This whole tutorial is basically going to be how to input data into Excel. Excel is a great program, and basically what it is, it's just a giant table that you can input numbers, input data, anything that you want in here. A good rule of thumb is for that first column, you're going to want to write your independent variable from whatever data that you're doing. So I'm just going to write independent variable here. An independent variable can be anything from, like, time. It could be it depends on the experiment. If you need help with figuring out what the independent variable is, you're going to want to talk to your teacher. Hopefully they can help you with that. In the second column, I'm going to write dependent variable. And all I'm really doing is just typing in, oops, I spelled variable wrong. All I'm doing is going into the cell and basically just typing in. So if I want to type something in this cell, I would just start typing something and then you just hit enter. Also, if you notice this first cell, it's kind of, I stretch the column out a little bit so it fits all the text in. An easy way of doing that is if you just go to the, say I want this B column stretched out because it kind of is going into the C column, I'm just going to double click right here and it just fits exactly to the to whatever you typed in there. All right, so for, say the independent variable is, color. Let's just pick some colors. Let's just put some colors in here, red, blue, green. And the dependent variable is how many people like each color. So if you wanted to, you can write like, oh, 5 people like red, 2 people like blue, 3 people like green. And you can kind of just put that in there and it will just match up with the data and it makes a nice little table for you. Those are just the examples. If you want, you can put, if you want to put years in here or something, you could put, years in here like this, and then, I don't know, maybe it's minimum wage and how it changes throughout the years. I don't know. Those aren't real accurate, I'm sure. So I'm going to delete those. But as you're doing that, actually, let me bring them back. As you're doing that, make sure you actually change the title. You don't want it to say independent variable. You're going to want to write year. And if this was minimum wage, you're going to want to write minimum wage, just so it's labeled correctly. A good rule of thumb is, just to make the data look a little neater, is to center it. And an easy way of doing that is if you just highlight the cells, just clicking and dragging and highlighting it. Or if you want, you can just hold shift and use the arrows to highlight it. You can align it where it centers it, kind of looks a little bit neater. Again, I'm going to form it a little around the text there on the columns. So that's basically it, inputting data in Excel. If you have any questions, holler at your teacher.